I used to believe that when someone leaves your life, they disappear forever, but life has a cruel way of proving you wrong. Sometimes it brings them back when you are least prepared and when it hurts the most. My name is Daniel, and 10 years ago I lost the only woman who ever truly knew me. Her name was Emily. We met when we were young, when dreams were still bigger than fears, when love felt invincible. She laughed with her whole soul, and when she looked at you, it felt like the world slowed down. We talked about everything: late night drives, cheap coffee mornings, and a future that felt so close. We promised each other forever, and I meant it with every breath. But I was broken in ways I didn't understand. I was drowning in pressure, expectations, money problems, and a fear of failing everyone I loved. Instead of opening up, I shut down. Instead of asking for help, I pushed her away. I told myself she deserved better than the mess I was becoming. So, one morning, I left. No explanation, no goodbye. Just silence. Emily tried to reach me for weeks, and every unanswered call was another knife in her heart. I knew that, but I convinced myself disappearing was an act of love, when in reality, it was cowardice. Life didn't get better after that. It fell apart. I lost my job, then my apartment, then my pride. One bad decision led to another, and before I knew it, I was sleeping in my car, then benches, then nowhere at all. Years passed. I watched the world move on while I stayed stuck, invisible, forgotten. Every night I thought about Emily. I imagined she had a family, a good life, someone who loved her the way I should have. I never expected to see her again, until one cold evening. I was standing outside a grocery store, hoping someone would spare a few coins, when I heard my name spoken softly, like a memory trying to wake up. Daniel. I turned around, and there she was. Emily. Time had changed her, but not the way she smiled through tears. Her eyes widened as if she couldn't believe what she was seeing, and for a moment, neither of us spoke. I wanted to disappear. This wasn't how she was supposed to see me, not like this, not broken, unshaven, ashamed. She walked closer slowly, as if afraid I might vanish. Is it really you? I nodded, unable to speak. She looked at me and her voice trembled. Where did you go? I wanted to tell her everything, the fear, the shame, the nights I wished I had died just so the pain would stop. But all that came out was, I'm sorry. Her tears fell instantly. Not angry tears, but painful ones. The kind you cry when love never really leaves. We sat on the sidewalk that night, strangers passing us by while years of silence finally broke. I told her how I lost control of my life, how I was scared to let her see me fail, how leaving her was the biggest mistake I ever made. She listened quietly. Then she said something I will never forget. You never had to be perfect. You just had to stay. Those words destroyed me because she was right. She bought me dinner that night and gave me a coat. Her hands were warm, mine were shaking, not from the cold, but from regret. I asked her about her life. She told me she never married. She tried to move on, but part of her heart stayed with the boy who vanished without a reason. That night didn't magically fix everything. She couldn't save me, and I didn't ask her to. But she gave me something more powerful than money. She gave me hope. She helped me find a shelter. She checked on me. She reminded me that I still mattered, that my story wasn't over. Months later, I found work, then a small room, then stability. Emily and I stayed in touch, not as lovers, but as two souls healing from the same wound. Sometimes love doesn't come back the way you expect. Sometimes it comes back to teach you a lesson, to help you survive, to remind you who you were before life broke you. I still carry guilt for leaving, but I also carry gratitude, because the woman I once lost became the reason I found myself again. If this story touched your heart, reminded you of someone you lost, or made you feel less alone, then don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel because more real emotional stories like this are coming, and your support means everything.